Okay, hi guys, my name's Hannah and I'm going to be telling you about the level 1 courses here at WQE today. So I'm going to go through a presentation with you, talk to you a little bit about the types of units you'll be covering in your qualification, talk to you a little bit about what you'll be able to do with the skills that you learn, tell you a bit about the more fun stuff that we can be doing, and then we'll talk about what you can do next here at WQE when you successfully achieve this qualification. So like I say, my name is Hannah and I'm part of the I'm part of the Welfare and Skills team. I am the Employability and Skills Coordinator, and I'm based on the Regent Road campus of the college in R08. You will get to know once you start with us next year about the different numbers and what they mean. So basically, if it's a room number with R at the beginning of it, it's generally at the Regent Road campus. Okay, so we'll be asking you some questions. So please do use the chat box on your screens to ask any questions additional to what I'm going to be asking you anyway. So your level one program. So students that have gained a grade 2 in most of your subjects at school will be doing this level 1 program. So you will be also doing your English and or maths at hopefully a GCSE level. If not GCSE, we'll start you on a lower level. You'll be doing your employability qualification with a subject of your choice. So you can do, you will do so many sessions of employability, and then you will have a session on either health and social care, IT, business, or science. So what this will allow you to do, so once you've successfully completed this level 1 program, you would then be able to go on and study level 2 and more GCSEs to then be able to hopefully progress onto A levels or BTEC qualifications and then onto university. Okay, so any questions about what we've done so far, guys? One of the things that we use quite a lot with Black children, that's children that are in care that got lost different times. So I will move on. Okay, so what is employability? So employability qualifications are designed to support and develop a range of techniques. They're designed to help you be able to continue with your study. So additional skills to get you better really at studying, to allow you to be able to progress. So progression, giving you the skills you need to progress. So if you're starting with us and you find that you're not great at communication, you're not great at meeting deadlines, then hopefully we can help you build and develop those skills and improve those skills to allow you to progress. We're also going to be looking at some of the skills that you need to be able to get a job. And that will be around things like writing CVs, interview technique, and understanding what skills and qualities you need to make you employable. So as I said in the previous slide, so you'll be completing employability sessions and your subject specific sessions on either IT, health and social care, science, or business. So I've said there that we're going to be what we're going to be looking at on the course. Does anybody want to give me an answer on what general skills you think that you might need to be successful in this course and to be able to achieve your level 1? Can anybody give me an idea of what sort of skills you will need to be successful this year? Don't overthink it. So think about maybe some of the simple skills. We'll give you a couple of seconds, just keeping my eye on the question. So think about this. Oh, well done, Dev. Yeah, communication, that's really important, and it's one of the skills that we like to develop on the employability sessions, because we're not when generally when you come to us, you're not that confident with your communication. So we do things like presentations to be able to make you a little bit more confident in your communication. So well done. Can anybody think of anything else? So we've got communication. Anything else? What sort of skills do you need or have you needed at school? Think about that.
Well, that's because you've chosen to ignore it.
We've got anything else?
I was going to talk to you about this morning.
What about things like punctuality? Do you think that's going to be important? Because you need to be able to attend it. You need to attend your classes, don't you? Let's just see what we've got. Yep. So we've got Dev said, yes, punctuation is really important. And what you need to think about as well is you do have free periods when you're here with us at college. It's not just all, you don't come to college at 9 o'clock and finish at 4 o'clock. You will have free periods. So I'm just scrolling down. So somebody said organization skills, and somebody else said Mital, I apologize if I am not pronouncing your names right, guys. And Yashpreet has said leadership. Organization skills are really important because you need to make sure that you're coming to college with the correct, ready to and prepared to learn. Because if you forget your pen, if you forget your folder, if you forget things that you need while you're here, it puts you on the back foot. So please, yes, try and use your organization skills and make sure that you're prepared. Teamwork. Shashkumar, well done. Yep, teamwork is really important as well, and I'm going to tell you in a couple of slides a bit more about the sort of activities that you'll be doing that you need teamwork skills for. Okay, good. So thank you for that. I am going to move on. So well done. I am going to ask some more questions. If anybody can think of anything else, please do put it in the chat, and I will come back to it. So any other skills that you think you might need to be successful? Good, well done, guys. Okay, so a little bit more then about what you're going to be learning. So the employability and qualification is made up of a range of units, and those units are all different. They're about different things. So we've got a unit that is all about planning for progression, and that's understanding what goals and setting achievable targets for you to reach those goals. And a lot of these targets, excuse me, sorry, I've got an itch here. A lot of these targets are small targets. So you might think, oh, do you know what? My punctuality was really bad at school, so I really need to improve that. So punctuality might be something that you want to improve in your first term. You might want to improve your confidence. You might be feeling a little bit, have a lack of confidence and think you really need to improve that. You might want to improve your organization skills. You might think, well, I'm okay, but oh, this timekeeping, this getting here on time is not really, I'm not very good at that. So don't overthink. These are small goals. So don't think about passing your GCSEs, passing this course. That's kind of what we're aiming for at the end. So small little goals to help you progress and achieve along the way for this year. Communication. So effective communication is really important, and within that unit you're going to be looking at verbal and non-verbal communication. So I'm just going to, at that point, can anybody explain to me what non-verbal communication is? What is that? So let's just see if anyone can give me an answer on what is non-verbal communication. So I'm just looking at the chat now, guys. Motivation, excellent. Yes, it's easy, isn't it, when it's not very nice outside, when it's cold. And that was one of the benefits during lockdown, that I didn't have to get up and scrape my car to come into college. I was able to do my classes from home. So that was really good. So it is important that you stay motivated. So well done. Motivation is really important.
I did 2 sheets.
Okay, so I'm not sure anybody is giving me the answer to what is non-verbal communication. So non-verbal communication is body language. So it's eye contact, it's using gestures, it's that sort of thing. Maybe somebody's, I've just noticed another answer pop up. I will look at that one in a minute. Okay, so we've talked about the communication. One of the other units is keeping safe, and that's about understanding some of the risks you might face and how to minimize those risks. Obviously, at the moment, COVID is still a big risk to all of us. So we are going to be including that, but it's understanding that you are growing into young adults and you're going to be faced with different challenges and different risks. Parties, for example, what sort of risks might you face there? So it's understanding the risks and knowing how to, hopefully giving you the skills on how to minimize some of these risks. Your rights, responsibilities and citizenship, and understanding the different rights and responsibilities and different aspects of citizenship. So a little bit about different cultures and communities, a little bit about equality and diversity, and things like British values, all those sorts of things. Another unit that you'll be covering is recognizing the benefits of having a work-life balance and understanding the importance of balancing our lives. At the end of the day, at the moment, your work-life balance will be around your study. So making sure that you are giving enough time to your study, yet enough time to doing the things you want to do as well. So it's having that balance between work, your study, and your social life. We also do a unit on developing personal confidence and assertive behaviour and understanding how you can actually build that confidence and assertiveness and understand what assertiveness is and how both the positive and the negative effects of being assertive. We also look at the awareness of stress and stress management. Obviously, when you're coming up to doing exams, when you're facing different challenging situations, it can be more stressful, and not everybody has the techniques to be able to deal with that. So that's some of the units you will be covering. Any questions so far, guys? We'll move on. Okay, so some of the other stuff that we'll be looking at, some of the additional activities you'll be doing on this course is CV writing, interview technique, managing your money, some revision technique, managing your stress around exams, time management and planning, equality and diversity, paraphrasing, research skills, and I forgot to put one on there. There should be first aid on there as well. Then also we're looking at a bit more fun stuff for you to be able to enjoy doing. So a bit of junk modeling, maybe some art, some board games, pom-pom making, friendship bracelets, maybe some cooking, some crafts, gardening, cake decorating, macrame, and sport. So there's some of the additional activities that you'll be doing within your course this year as well. So are there any questions, or looking at that last list? So just let me go back one. Are there any activities on there that you would like to see? So the fun stuff or additional activities, is there anything where you can think, oh, it'd be good if we could do that? It'd be good if we could look at that. So I'm going to give you a minute or so just to think about that. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes, about a minute or so to think about, is there anything that you'd like to see on there? Okay, yeah, there is sport on there, Dev. We do sport. So it is at the bottom. So the fun stuff, the sport, there's lots of different activities that we do in sport. There's football, cricket, badminton, all sorts of things on there. Okay, if anyone can think of anything, I will come back to the question and answer again. So I will come back to you. Okay, so let's move on. So I've asked you that. So if there are any activities that you'd like to see on there, anything that you think it would be good, then I will come back to the Q&A and have a look. So this next slide shows you some of the activities that the students did this year. So you can see there a student with very pretty long nails has made, that is actually a fondant icing rose. So the little pink and yellow blobs that you can see there, that is actually icing. And we covered how to make a fondant rose. You can then see in the next picture, there's a plant pot holder. So that is actually macrame. So that's knotted string. You've got another student there making it's like bunting that they're going to do some artwork on. We've got two members of staff in the next image doing some first aid. Then we have a little green frog wearing a cowboy hat. So that's one of the students made during the art and craft sessions. And then you've got some a bench where we did some cooking. We actually made fruit skewers and a French salad with couscous, mint, spring onions, cucumber and tomatoes. So that's some of the things that we did this year. Another part of your course is NCS. So as you can see there, NCS participation is an integral part of your course this year. So when you start in September, you will be going off to do some time with NCS. It is a bespoke program that is designed just for the college. So we have the college, we work very closely with the NCS team, and we provide you some activities through the National Citizen Service. So you do a community project, and that is all planned through the NCS team and with NCS activities. This year, the students did, they did various things. They did making face masks. They painted a mural on a wall at a care home. They made some wind chimes. They made some little wind chimes. They also did some letters for the elderly and people who were lonely due to COVID restrictions. So that was the things that, so although we did have the COVID restrictions, we were able to put something in place. So during your time with the NCS team, you'll be undertaking several different challenges and doing some networking with local employers. So this is where your teamwork will come in. So this will develop a range of skills, and it's also a unit that will go towards your qualification. So you will be doing an NCS project. Previous years, it has had a stay, so that you go in and stay away from home. But obviously last year we didn't do that. It was all based in the city centre. Okay, so the unit contents then, I've talked to you a little bit about some of the units that you'll be doing. So each unit is worth a range of credits, and those credits go from, there's some 3 credit units, 2 credit units, 1 credit unit. So all those credits add up. Each unit is broken down into different learning outcomes, and the aim is you'll be working towards completing learning outcomes per session. How many of those learning outcomes you do will depend on how detailed the learning outcome is. So you don't need to worry about that too much. That is just how the qualification builds up and the content of the unit itself. So you'll have time to complete the learning outcome, you'll submit your work for marking and feedback, and then you will be able to amend your work following the feedback to be able to make sure that you are meeting the set criteria for each of the units that you're working towards. The units that we discussed previously, they're all designed to develop a range of skills. So we are not just looking at communication, we're not just looking at confidence, we're not just looking at skills for work, we're looking at a range of different skills to allow you to progress in the future. Okay, so we've talked about the course itself, and I appreciate that might be a little bit boring. So let's think about how the course, what you're doing, will help you in the future. So what this course will do is it will give you some skills to be able to allow you to study more effectively and progress in your study. So it says they're giving you a range of skills, knowledge and understanding to help you be successful in your next level of study. General skills and knowledge, so give you some understanding of the general aspects of adulthood. I talked very minimally about risks, and one of the units that you're doing talks about risks that you might face. So it's different things that you might not really have thought about. We also obviously cover a range of employability skills. So it's skills and things that make you more employable. So we're looking at a range of skills, including CV writing and interview techniques. So looking at what skills you need to make you employable. So all those skills that we talked about at the beginning, so the motivation, the leadership, the punctuality, all of those. Okay, so once you've completed, so as I've said, you're working towards different units. Once you've completed those units, you secure different credits. So each unit is worth a different amount of credits. So you will get, you will hopefully get at least 15 credits. So that will give you a pass on this particular course. So 15 credits, that's a range of units that you're working towards, and your aim is to get a minimum of 15 credits to allow you to pass. There will be an opportunity for you to do extra units, and if you're able to get 25 credits, you would get an extended certificate. So 15 credits is a pass, and that's what, oh, sorry, gone one step too far there. So 15 credits is, sorry, let me go back, a pass, and you're working towards that. But if you get 25 credits, then you can get an extended certificate. The next bit there, what will I be able to do at WQE if I pass? So hopefully a pass will enable you to progress on to your level 2 qualification. You may not have been able to successfully pass your maths and English this year, but as long as you are making progress in those 2 subjects, or one subject, depending on what you're taking, then that is okay. But you must pass the employability to be able to progress on to the next stage here at WQE. So you cannot fail your employability and stay with us for the next year. That is not, that's not an option. Has anybody got any questions so far? About 10 students who are autistic. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that we've missed. So she can't be, that person can't be sat in a class. So we need somebody else. So one student has said paying attention to inconsistencies. I don't think the autistic, not quite sure what you mean by that. So if you would like to just expand on that question a little bit more, I will see if I can answer it.
there's a big massive plan for what they're going to be doing. They're going to be doing all sorts.
I'll give people a couple of minutes. Are
Are
there any questions? Is there anything that you would like to ask me about what you may be studying next year? Maybe I'm just going to go back to maybe look at some of the I just want to go back to the slide that shows you a bit more about the units that you'll be covering. So I'm just going to go back to this slide and see if anybody's got any questions about anything on this slide for a minute before we move on. Okay, it doesn't look like there are any questions coming through. So obviously it's really important for you to stay motivated while you're with us. It's important for you to attend your classes. It's important for you to meet your deadlines. It's important for you to do the best you can and be prepared to learn when you start with us in September. It's also quite different. It's obviously coming to college is going to be different for you from going to school. So there's no uniform. You call your teachers by their first name. Your lessons aren't restricted to starting at 9 o'clock and finishing at 4. You will have a range of free periods. So it is a different way to learn. Okay, so I'm just going to move forward. If there's anything anyone wants to ask me about on these slides as I flick through them. So I'm just going to recap what we've talked about. So we've said that we're going to do some additional activities. We've got a range of activities there and some fun activities that will be included in your program as well. I've asked you if there's anything that you want to see on that list that we can maybe incorporate into that. That was some photographs of the activities that took place this year. And this is the slide about the NCS where you will need your team working skills. And it is an integral part of your course. It isn't something that you opt in or opt out of. You will be expected to attend the NCS and participate in that. So we've said how the units are built up. Each unit is worth different credits. You'll be able to do the work in the classroom. You may be expected to do some work outside of the classroom. Your work will be marked. You'll get some feedback. You may need to make some additions to that work to make sure that it specifically meets the criteria. How the course will help you. We've talked about that. We've talked about getting 15 credits for your certificate, 25 credits for an extended certificate, and what you can do next. The college also offers a range of additional workshops and other support. So as I mentioned at the start of this session, I work for the Welfare and Skills team. That's my department. And we offer, my colleagues in this team offer a range of additional support through different workshops. There's mentors, there's additional learning support, we have mental health support, and we also have some access arrangements. So different facilities there for you to be able to, that will help you be successful whilst you're a student here with us at WQE. Okay, do any of you have any other questions then? Anything that you want to know that I haven't covered? Anything that you think other people would like to know? So I'll give you a couple of minutes, guys, just to think if there are any other questions and anything that you want to ask me, anything that I've not covered about your time here at WQE next year. Okay, so if there are no other questions, guys, then we are all finished. Hopefully I've covered enough information for you. Hopefully you will all enjoy your time with us here at WQE next year. So all that's left is me to say, have a lovely summer. enjoy your summer, and we will hopefully see you here in September, all prepared and ready to take your next step on your learning journey with us. Okay, guys, so thank you very much, and I will see you all in September.